This is a 2002 V6 Accord. Today I'm doing an engine coolant change. As you can see, it's already draining. I haven't seen very many videos for the V6, so I thought I'd help. Most time-consuming thing for me was taking this cover off. Mostly because I live in the desert, so these little plugs are dry rotted completely. I broke the head off. I've got some pry tools here. It helps. I just use a screwdriver to pull it out a little bit, and then the pry tool to pop it out the rest of the way. But like I said, these heads, they like to break off because of the dry rot. The first one you want to get at, actually no, let's start from the beginning. Don't jack up this side of the car. Jack up that side of the car, because the drain plug is on this side, down here. It's not on this side. I thought it was on this side from the other videos, but it's not. It's over here. Maybe it's because I have an aftermarket radiator. You won't know till you know. So next time I'm going to jack up that side. Oh, maybe it's better to keep it on this side so all the liquid flows into the drain plug. Anyways, so don't start underneath either. Start on this side. You want to come in under here and pry this little one off, because that was the most difficult one that I had to fight with. And then when we come under here, there is one here, but you see I broke the head off on this one, and it's attached to this, which isn't attached to the rest of the cover, so we're fine. I'm just leaving it alone. There's one here, and there's another one here, and I've left it on over there. And then there's two more actually way back here. They're sneaky. They're gonna hide from you. I think it's this one on the frame itself, and this one. Nope, not that one. Maybe that one. Once you get them pulled off, it falls off and you can peel it back like I did, and then you'll get access to your drain plug, which is right there. And it's plastic. I'm sure you saw it on the back of the truck, on the back of the car. It's plastic, so be careful. I just used a little wrench to pop it, and then I use my fingers to unloosen it. And then once that flow started, I pulled the radiator cap off. So it's been draining for about, I want to say 10 minutes now. I don't know how much is in here because I paid a mechanic to do it last time. That could be a gallon. Probably not. I'd have to pull it out and measure, and we're still draining. So I'll come back and put it back together once I know it's empty. Okay, manual says that that's got to come out, the coolant reservoir. But in order to do that, I got to get rid of this cruise control cable. I'm going to do that by prying here, hopefully. One-handed. Can we do it one-handed? Looks like it. Awesome. Alright. So that's just got to get out of the way. It's probably not going to want to, because it's very set in its ways. I got the ground here. And just pull up. Come right out. Now mine's empty, which is what really told me to do this job in the first place. But if yours is full, just be a little more careful. Unscrew it. Drain it. There was some dirt in mine, so I just rinsed it out. Maybe get a bottle brush if you need to. Wipe down the area. And put it back. Not like that. Find the little slot. Get right in there. Back on she goes. I'm going to leave the cap loose because we're going to fill this later but we don't need to pull it out again. So cruise control cable can go back. How are we doing on coolant? Still dripping? Yeah, there's still some coming out. Guess we're waiting a little longer. We're down to a slow and steady drip. I would love to wait all day for this thing to completely drain out, but I don't have that kind of time. I ended up just spraying this down with some degreaser and wiping it down. I like to clean as I go. Even if nobody's gonna see this, I'll know. So I would love to just wait and wait and wait, but I can't. So we got the plug here and we're gonna put it on. Well, there's the drain plug. Let's get a focus on that. It's still dripping a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. I just want to make sure it's clean. Drain plug here. Just like that. It's plastic, so you don't want to go too hard, especially in my city, because it could be just ready to snap right off because it's dry rotted to nothing. I'd say that's good, but I'm gonna go get a wrench and tighten it up a little bit. Okay, you don't want to go nuts with this thing. Like I said, dry rot. But you also don't want to. So I'm happy with that. There's all kinds of fluid here, though. It's still like, how's that? Better? Okay, let's fill her up. Alright, owner's manual says this thing drinks 1.48 gallons or 5.6 liters. I got 2 gallons here from my local Honda dealership. I don't have one of them fancy funnels, so we're just going to eyeball it. If we go over, I got this turkey baster to suck it out. Let's go. Slowly but surely, right? We know at least a gallon. I don't know how much was in there before. I'll come back. We'll see how this goes. Okay, I put about maybe 3/4 of the gallon in here. And we're up to the neck. Step 7, I think. The manual says start the engine for 30 seconds, so we're gonna do that. Hopefully she don't fucking fall off the jack. Alright. .30 seconds will be at 1:10. Let's go check it out. Completely full. Maybe I should have put the cap back on. Directions didn't say nothing about that though, so I don't know. I'll give it a minute and we'll come back and see what happens. Well, I've given it a few minutes and it hasn't moved at all, so I'd say it's full. Step 9 is to refill it. Can't do that because it's full. Step 10 is to put this thing to max. So we're going to pop this lid off and fill the reservoir to max. I'll be right back. Okay, I pulled it out just so I could eyeball it. Filled to max. We'll put it back in. And next step is to put the radiator cap back on to one click. I'll be back to do that in a few seconds. Step 11 is put the radiator cap back on at the first click. Filler neck's still full. Nicht bei. Click. Is it the other way? It's probably the other way because righty-tighty, right? Okay, first one. And we start the engine and let it run until the radiator comes on twice. The radiator fans come on twice. I'll be back for that. I'm still waiting for it to come up to temperature. Hasn't kicked on yet. I feel it might soon, but oh, there's a leak coming, and I couldn't tell where it was coming from. That's just the top. Radiator cap leaks when it's only in the first click, so let me go get a rag. I just don't need this all over my garage because I rent. I'll have to clean it later. Oh boy, click. Nope, not all the way, just the first click. Thank you. How's that? Can you stop complaining now? Let's see. Oh, much better. Just a few drips now. Oh, she's starting to purr. Okay. Well, fan's not come on yet, so I'll be back. Alright, it's been a cold morning, like I said earlier in the video. Took about 30 minutes for this to come to temperature and cycle the radiator twice. I'm done underneath. All the coolant's drained. I don't need to be under there anymore. So I'm gonna put that shield back on and fight with those plastic clips. I'll be back when that's done. This is the last clip I'm gonna put in. All the rest of them are broken. Most important one is probably here, just so it stays on. And I've got some other ones underneath, but not as many as last when I started because they're all broken. So if you're smart, you might want to order a set of these just to replace it. It's probably cheaper. I'm gonna order some and replace these because that's going places, you know. I can't have that. Okay, next step is to refill the coolant up to the neck. So we're gonna do that. It looks like it's already up there, so I don't know that I have to do very much with it, but we'll see. I'll be back. Alright, radiator is filled up. Next is the reservoir. Again, I'm just going to slip this out so I can eyeball it. We got to fill this up a little bit more too, I bet. Just a little bit to max. I don't know. That looks like max to me. Hard to tell. I'll give it a little bit, just to be safe. There's not much left in this gallon. I got a spare gallon too. Get in that tab. Go in your home. Just a little bit. That's plenty. That's full. So next step is to start the engine and put my foot on the gas to keep it at 1,500 RPM until the radiator fan turns on. But the car's still jacked up, and I don't feel safe putting my foot on the gas while it's sitting on the emergency jack, because I don't have a real one yet. So we're going to put this down on the ground the fun way, and we'll be back to start it. Okay, jack's off. Manual says don't put the cap back on, so I'm going to leave the cap off. I'm going to start her up. Take it to 1500. Wait for the fan to kick on. I just have to listen for it, I guess. I wonder if I could see it from here. Nope. Oh well. Well, actually, kind of see the radiator cap. It's full. I'm just trying to keep an ear out. It's quite a... It's not that loud of a fan, honestly. It is also still cold out, so who knows? Actually, I see it leaking a little bit, so let me get that catch pan under there so I don't have to clean up my mess. Okay? Okay. Ooh. Alright. Back to it. Higher. Thank you. Definitely starting to steam up faster. Too much. Lead foot. There you go. Just hold it there. I'm sure there's many of you who are mad out there because I'm doing it wrong. But, you know, I'm just following the directions, and if the directions are written poorly, What can I do? Seems to actually be going down, so maybe we're getting somewhere. No, I moved. Let me listen for it. Still not on. Maybe now? Nope. I'm guessing this is just to flush all the air out. But I'm probably wrong about that too, because what do I know about cars? Hey, I heard it. Let's wait for it to finish its cycle. Can you hear it? Oh, there we go. Okay. Off, off, off. What's the next step? Well, let's come over to the manual and find out what the next step is. Turn off the engine. Check the coolant level in the radiator and add coolant if needed. Then we put the cap back on and we fill the reservoir to max if we need to. So, let's do that. Alright, how you looking? You know, you're not that bad. You need a little bit, just a tiny bit. I'm going to need 2 hands though for this small amount, so I'll be back. Alright. Oh. Maybe it's just the steam burning off. Maybe it's me moving this around. A little bit more. A little bit more. Just a little tiny bit more. Just a tad, itty bitty. That's a little too much. It's always a balance, you know? That's fine. And now we're going to check our reservoir. That looks pretty full. Get back on your notch. Thank you. Nope, that's not it. Come on. Right back. Okay, that's back on. Now, the cap all the way on. And I think that's it, isn't it? This was my first attempt at an engine coolant change. I've done oil changes and some other stuff on this thing. It took me about 4 hours. Most of that time was probably spent jacking the car up, pulling off this protective underbody, and waiting for the engine to warm up so the radiator fan would kick on. I'm sure if you had better tools than me, it'd take you a lot less time. But I'm happy with my results because I'm saving some money. That's what this is all about, right? That's it. Okay, thanks. See you on the next one.